Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be a special video because it's featuring my husband. Hey babe. So I had a request to do a video on men's braids, and I thought my husband would be perfect for this video because his hair is pretty long at the top. So I recruited him to help me do this video for you guys and show you guys how I would do men's braids. First, I'm starting out by spraying some heat protectant on his hair because I'm going to go ahead and blow dry it out. This video is also in collaboration with Janet Collection. They sent me their Easy Tech pre-stretch braiding hair to review for you guys. The hair is made out of antibacterial, anti-itch, and antifungal materials, making it perfect for people that have sensitive skin and sensitive scalps. Normally when I have clients that have sensitive scalps, they normally dip their hair in apple cider vinegar, but because this hair comes hyperallergenic, it eliminates the need to have to do all of that. So the hair comes in a variety of lengths. The length I received was 56 inches, but it also comes in 44 inches, 54 inches, and 84 inches. And also because I don't need all of that length for the style that we're going to be doing today, I am going to cut the hair in half, and I'm also going to trim off some of the thin ends just so the hair won't thin out too fast. So I went ahead and did one of the braids off camera just so I can have a general idea of exactly what I was going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the second braid, which is a small braid. We're going to be doing jumbo, small, jumbo, small. I definitely want you guys to check out some of my other videos on exactly how I braid and how I'm going to be adding the stitching here because I have many of them. I wanted this video to be a demonstration on the style versus exactly how I add a stitching hair just because I have so many of them already. So definitely check those out. So of course I'm going to be using my Shine and Jam gel because I pretty much use this gel with every single style that I do unless I'm trying out a new product or I have a client that has a special request for a product that I use. And I'm going to be taking my comb to apply the product to his hair just so the product won't get all in my nails and stuff like that. So it makes it easier to apply with the comb. And as you can see, I am using a generous amount of product just because I like everything to be as sleek as possible. And being that this gel is conditioning, it don't make the hair hard, nor does it make the hair flaky at all. I also like to take my Even Edge Control. This is the $1.99 version. This version is really hard to find in many of the beauty supply stores, but I am grateful they do carry it in my beauty supply stores, so I'm always ready to save some money. I feel like this $1.99 Even Edge Control worked just as good as that $7.99 and $8.99 Edge Control, so if you can find it in your beauty supply store, definitely check it out. And the reason that I use two different edge controls is because the Shine and Jam edge control is more of a conditioning control, so it really doesn't hold as good as the even edge control. So I like to mix them both just for the condition of the Shine and Jam and the hold of the even edge control. I always make sure I have some edge control handy on my hands, just so when I'm braiding I can take some and slick it on the hair again, just to make everything as neat as I can. And also because his hair is pretty short, so I do get some short pieces throughout, and it's just the edge control help control the flyaways. So now I'm going to start adding the extension hair. Because this hair is super thick, I didn't feel the need to have to add so much hair throughout. I did add more around the perimeter in that first braid because his hair was pretty short, so I did need a little bit more just to add to the thickness of the braid. But for the next couple of braids, I'm not going to be adding extension hair throughout, only at the ends, because I need that length to go into the bun. And I know I'm going to get the question, how many pieces did I add to each braid? Honestly guys, I have no idea. I really never ever count how many pieces I add to each braid, just because each braid is different, because the pieces of the braids that I'm adding are different all the time. But I just know that I add as many pieces as I need to in order to get the same thickness as the prior braids. So with the side braids, I like to go ahead and slick up as much hair as possible, and then I'm going to go back with that rat tail comb and make an intentional part just so everything will be neat. Because I don't know if you guys can tell that, you know, by me slicking up all of the hair, it just looks like a raggedy part and it definitely doesn't look neat. So I want to go ahead and make an intentional part just so everything looks neat. And I definitely thought it was a good idea that he had his hair cut prior to me doing the braids, because normally I would say to have your hair braided before you get a cut, but it definitely made it easier to braid his hair when his hair was already cut because it made it easier to part. So that's a tip for you guys, to go ahead and have your hair cut prior to getting braids. Also, is a good idea to have your hair cut before braids, because when you take your hair out, your hair will still be in a style, versus if you got your hair cut after the braids, the cut will only be tailored to you having braids. So once I get to the ends, I do like to tie the braids just so they won't come loose, even though they're going to be in a bun. But for the security of the braids while I'm finishing up the style, I like to go ahead and tie the braids off, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim some of those extra flyaways away, making sure not to cut his hair. And then I'm going to take some of my even edge control and sleek it on the braids. And I'm also going to, you know, fix the parts that I felt could look a little neater. But then once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the even edge control and sleek it on each individual braid just to make sure everything is seamless and there are no flyaways, or at least a limited flyaways. And I did leave some of the ends, or all of the ends, super thin, because I like to leave that extra hair on the end just so when I do wrap the bun around that I can wrap it, you know, pretty tight. If I had cut the ends of his hair blunt, then it would be hard to secure the ends of his hair. So definitely make sure you don't cut the ends too blunt and leave some of the ends straggly, just so when you wrap it around in the bun that it will stay. And I didn't add any additional rubber bands or bobby pins to his hair just because he wasn't going to leave his hair like this. He was only doing this for me. So on any other occasion, I probably would add a rubber band or something like that just to make sure that the buns stay a little longer. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, especially you guys out there who are looking for some style inspiration. And shout out to the guys that requested this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And again, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.